Quite an interesting big data application is the predictive maintenance, which is done in industries. What does predictive maintenance mean? Predictive maintenance means that you try to predict your maintenance activities regarding to a certain state of your engine, of your machine. And a certain state means that you try to find the optimal point in time to do your maintenance activities. It should not happen that you wait until the failure happens and then you have to make an unplanned repair, which costs more, maybe regarding the repair, and which might cost more because then you have unplanned loss of production. And you also should not make the maintenance too often, such that you lose a lot of time in your maintenance activities. Maybe you then get not too much defects during operation and you can plan your maintenance activities, but you would lose a lot of time in doing the maintenance actually. And this correlation is shown here in this graph. On the left side of the graph, you have this area where you make maintenance with a low frequency. Let's say make the maintenance once a year or once every 3 years. And on the right side, you might do the maintenance quite frequently, let's say once a week or once a month. So if you imagine you do the maintenance once a week, you take out the machine, the car, the vehicle for several hours out of the operation, then it might cost you a higher maintenance budget because you have to perform the maintenance. You might experience less cost for repairs because you could detect defects earlier, but you have to plan these maintenance activities, and if you do it quite often, then you lose production time, and this could cost you some money because you actually want to produce with the machine, you don't want to do the maintenance. On the left side, if you do the maintenance not that often, then it might lead to higher cost for repair because then the maintenance activities do not include exchange of important parts. The parts are used until they fail in the operation, and then a defect of the machine occurs. The machine does not work anymore. You have to repair it. That's why it leads to higher cost for the repair. And also, if you have these higher costs for repair, then you lose maybe more in the production because you cannot plan these defects. The defects happen when the part in the machine is worn out, and this results in higher loss of production. And what you actually want to do with predictive maintenance is to come into this area of proactive maintenance, in this area B, where you have an optimum regarding your frequency for the predictive maintenance. Not too low maintenance, not too high level of maintenance, but somehow an optimal level of maintenance to reduce the overall cost. And that means that you have to somehow find the optimal frequency for the predictive maintenance, such that you can exchange important parts before they are worn out, before they lead to a defect. And you also would rely your analysis for the frequency on big data. And that is the point where the big data comes into the game and where big data is used for determining the proper timing for a maintenance activity.